When programming an iCore controller, we'll use the dial and most of the buttons. Use the dial to move from setting to setting, the arrow buttons to move about the different fields within that setting, and the plus and minus buttons to change the values being programmed. The Program button is used to advance from program A to B to C and to D. Before programming our watering schedule, let's review some terminology. A station is a group of sprinklers that are controlled by a single valve. A station is also known as a zone. A program is a group of stations that share the same watering schedule. And by schedule, we mean the days of the week on which the program will run. If all of your stations will be watering the same days and the same number of times a day, then you can program all your stations in the same program. However, if some of your zones need to be watered more or less frequently than others, then you will need to separate them into multiple programs so they can have different day schedules. Another reason would be if some of your zones need to be watered only once a day, and other zones need multiple times a day. Each program can have a different start time. The start time sets the time on a scheduled day when the program will run. However, you can set multiple start times for each program, which will cause the program to run more than once. Programs A, B, and C can have up to 8 start times per day, and program D can have up to 16 start times. Remember that each start time causes all the stations in that program to run again. Let's say that you have 2 newly seeded zones, stations 1 and 2 for example, and because it is new grass, you may need to water them on a daily basis 4 times a day, with the exception of Thursday because that's our mowing day. Let's also say that you have another 2 zones with trees, and these areas may need to be watered only every 4 days, once per watering day. Therefore, we'll need to divide these 4 stations into 2 different programs, A and B. Program A can have stations 1 and 2 with the new grass, and program B can have stations 3 and 4 with the trees. Each program will require at least 3 ingredients to be complete. Those are start times, run times, and days to water.